What is up, YouTube? Let me fix this a little bit. Let me try and get this vein popping just a little bit more. So today I'm going to be answering a question sent into me by a subscriber and a good friend of mine, Jojo. So let me backtrack a little bit. It's Tip Tuesday. I'm giving myself a schedule. I'm going to stick to it. So Tuesday is going to be a day to talk to the camera about fitness, nutrition, health in general. So send in any questions you guys might have, because this channel is fueled off of your guys' participation, your guys' wanting of answers, that I could provide for you. So his question is it better to slow cut and slow bulk, or is it better to do a fast cut and a fast bulk, or a fast cut and a slow bulk? So the question breaks down to, is it better to basically have a faster fat loss stage or a slower fat loss stage? Because it says slow bulk in both questions, or both options. So obviously the slow bulk is going to be your best way to go. I've done dirty bulking. It makes you gain weight when you're young and you're an athlete, like a football player, rugby player, wrestler, whatever it might be. But once you get later on in your years and you're not really just looking for straight weight, you're more looking for strength and performance, you're going to want to go with the slower, more calculated and precise bulks. So, but to answer the actual question, from my personal experience, it has always been better to have a longer, slower fat loss stage. I'm going to use the comparison to the fable. It was an Aesop parable. I think it's a fable, if I'm going to be 100% correct, of the tortoise and the hare. So in that, the tortoise is very, very slow. He's not a racer in any means, by any means. However, the hare is fast, athletic, and basically just impatient. So the hare rushes through the race, speeds through, gets about halfway through or so, and it's easy. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to talk on that in a second when it compares to fat loss. The tortoise, being a lot more slower, more calculated and consistent, doesn't stop, because he gives himself a nice pace that he can stay on and not be burnt out on. So while the hare is sleeping or resting or taking a break, the tortoise comes by and ends up winning the race, passing the hare. So from my experience, when I have done these shorter, more intense, faster, impatient fat loss stages of like 4 to 6 weeks, yes, I lose fat. I mean, I compare it to the likes of like wrestlers or fighters trying to lose weight for a event. It's very possible. Water manipulation, salt manipulation, just large caloric deficit. You can lose weight, but you're going to lose some muscle in this process because of that impatience that is going to make you not do it as scientifically proper. You're going into a larger deficit, not fueling your muscles the calories that they need, and it's just not going to be as beneficial for you in the long run. Your body's going to work off of less of a caloric deficit, and usually just more work, because that means you're putting in more fuel into your body in general rather than running on potentially empty. So then my experience with these longer cuts, it doesn't feel like I'm necessarily cutting. I get those extra calories still coming in. I just do a little bit of extra cardio or improve my overall NEAT, that just general activeness. So that could be fidgeting, that could be playing the drums, that could be playing the guitar, that could be going on walks, that could be skateboarding, that could be shooting some basketball, at your house. Nothing competitive, just general activity that's going to increase your caloric burning effect, your thermogenic effect. That serves me better as a tool. I like to eat more food. Most people like to eat more food, as well as you're not going to run the risk of losing a lot of muscle in this process, because you're working with such a lower caloric deficit to the point where you're still pretty close to your maintenance. You're just adding in extra activity to lose that weight. So if that's what you want to, if you want to be more athletic too, I would definitely suggest the slower cut. You don't see linemen coming back from an NFL season being 400 pounds down to 290 the next year. They get down to like 360, 370, and they're lean, mean, more athletic, still just as strong. because they got professionals working with them who are making them go slow. There's a loud truck coming by. That's it though, I'm done. Cut slow, bulk slow. Be in this for the marathon, not the sprint.